Pooh Shiesty used to be one of Gucci Mane's artists. Now federal prosecutors say he helped set Gucci Mane up in a Dallas studio, where Gucci and two other music industry men were allegedly kidnapped, robbed at gunpoint, and forced into signing paperwork. That's the core of the new federal case. According to the federal complaint, this started on January 10, 2026. Prosecutors say Pooh Shiesty arranged for Gucci Mane and two other men to come to a Dallas recording studio for what was supposed to be a business meeting about a contract dispute involving 1017 records. So this wasn't alleged to be some random pull-up. The government says it was built around music business. Then, prosecutors say the meeting turned into an armed takeover. According to AP and other reports on the complaint, the victims were held at gunpoint inside the studio, robbed of cash, jewelry, Rolex watches, and other valuables, and stopped from leaving. Prosecutors say Big 30 helped block the exit, and they say Pooh Shiesty pulled an AK-style pistol during the incident. And here's the detail that makes this case insane. Prosecutors say one victim was forced to sign a release from his recording contract at gunpoint. That means the government's version of the story is not just robbery. They're saying this was an alleged attempt to use guns to solve a contract problem. The complaint also says the violence went further than that. AP reports one victim was choked, nearly unconscious. Other reports on the federal case say prosecutors released photos showing injuries suffered by one of the alleged victims, and the names in this case make it even bigger. Federal prosecutors charged Pooh Shiesty, Big 30, and 7 other men. Reports today say 8 of the 9 suspects were arrested across Memphis, Nashville, and Dallas, while one suspect remains at large. TMZ and other outlets also report that Pooh Shiesty's father was arrested and accused of helping plan and carry out the crime. There's also evidence prosecutors say backs up the case beyond just the victim's story. Reports on the complaint say investigators are relying on electronic monitoring data, phone records, surveillance footage, and social media posts showing off stolen property. So the case is not being presented as just one accusation with nothing behind it. And the reason this story is exploding is obvious. Pooh Shiesty wasn't just another rapper in Gucci Mane's orbit. He was one of the biggest artists attached to 1017. So when prosecutors say a contract meeting tied to that label became a kidnapping and robbery, it turns into one of those rap cases. People instantly click. It also raises the stakes for Pooh himself. AP reports he was on home confinement tied to his earlier federal firearms case when these new allegations surfaced. If convicted in this new case, the defendants could face up to life in prison. So if you're seeing people say Pooh Shiesty kidnapped Gucci Mane, this is what they mean. Federal prosecutors say Pooh invited Gucci Mane to a studio under the guise of a contract meeting. Then Gucci and 2 others were allegedly trapped inside, robbed, and one was forced to sign a contract release at gunpoint. That's why this case is such a huge story.